The next topic is algebra of continuous functions. Now, if you have, it is a theorem actually, if you have two functions f and g, and we are saying that both the functions are real as well as continuous functions. Okay, they are real continuous functions and they are continuous at a point, suppose c. Okay, then first thing is their sum will be continuous at the same point. Their sum. Second is their difference will be continuous. Third one is their product will be continuous. And fourth one is their quotient will be also continuous at C. Provided for when you say quotient, the denominator at that point should not be equal to 0. Okay, that point means at C की बात हो रही है, so at C the quotient, the denominator should not be equal to 0 for the existence of the fraction. So f by g will also be continuous. These are the four things which you need to prove here. From first we will start. So you should know that when you have two real functions which are continuous, their sum will be continuous, their product, their difference as well as their quotient will be continuous. Okay, first one is f plus g is continuous. Now we'll start with continuity. Kya hai? Limit extends to c, f plus g of x you should get as f plus g of c. ये मिलना चाहिए आपको. Limit extends to c at the point c है. F plus g of x should be f plus g of c. This is the thing which you need to know. हम क्या बोलते हैं? Limit extends to c. F of x is equal to f of c. This is the definition of your limit. Okay. So this is the thing which we are using. What conversation is going on? Miscellaneous exercise start करूँगी. कौन करूँगी सोनम? Limit x tends to c, f plus g of x se we are starting. Okay, and here we get limit x tends to c, f plus g of x can be written as f of x plus g of x. That we have already studied. F of x plus g of x को f of x plus g of x लिख सकते हैं. Now we are separately giving limits to both the functions. So you get limit x tends to c, f of x plus limit x tends to c, g of x. Now since they have given that the function f is continuous, we can say that limit x tends to c, f of x will be same as f of c. f continuous कब होता है? जब limit f x tends to c, f of x, f of c होता है. तो इसकी जगह हम ये लिख सकते हैं. And since g is again continuous, you will have this as g of c. Now c is common, you can just take it as f plus g. From where you started, limit x tends to c, f plus g of x is equal to f plus g of c. You can say that the function is continuous. Which function? F plus g is continuous at c. Okay. Now in order to find out the second one, there is nothing more to do. You have to just write minus here instead of plus. So you get f minus g, limit x tends to c, f minus g of x is equal to f minus g of x c. Therefore, the function is continuous. F minus g is continuous at c. Okay, again for product, you put a dot in between. This is for your product. Okay, again for division. Provided when you say this, you have your g of c is not equal to 0. That's why you have written like this. Okay. These are the four things you need to know in order to apply these. Application ये problem में आता है, ठीक है? Theorem कोई पूछ नहीं रहा है तब भी ये theorem से ही आपको वो problem में use करने का मिलेगा. और इसी theorem से you have certain remarks. It says that third and fourth का special case आ रहा है. Third means it is your product, that is f dot g of x. Or else you can say that f dot g is continuous, they have said, right? F dot g में f function is taken suppose as lambda. Suppose it is continuous. f is continuous, g is continuous, lambda we are taking just as a constant, so f की जगह lambda होगा, so ये हो गया आपका lambda g, and lambda g of x is same as lambda into g of x. Now since g is again continuous, we can say that lambda g is also continuous. Okay, इस lambda की जगह ये क्यों बोल रहे हैं, क्योंकि अगर lambda की जगह मैं lambda का वैल्यू -1 डालूं, so this function will become minus g of x, is minus g of x. So I can say that if g is continuous, minus g is also continuous. ये बोल देंगे. Got it? If g is continuous, its negative is also continuous. Now again, if I have f by g अगर consider करें, and in that if I'm taking f as lambda, so it will become lambda by g. And again, this will be continuous. Since g is continuous, lambda by g is also continuous. Now for lambda, again I am substituting as 1. This will become 1 by g. Now if g is continuous, 1 by g is also continuous. These things they have to tell, that's why they are taking the particular cases. Lambda और lambda का value इसलिए ले रहे हैं, अगर g continuous है, तो 1 by g भी continuous, it's also continuous. Okay, so its reciprocal is also continuous. G is continuous, its negative is also continuous. Understood? Finished? Next one is 16th one. Every rational function is continuous. Every rational function. Again, we have already discussed rational function is every time continuous. Now, how they are? It is continuous. For that, we are just taking that. Suppose f of x is a rational function, which is of the form e of x by g of x. Yeah, q of x. Okay. I'm taking f of x to be a rational function. Again, since it is in the denominator, I need to get that f q of x is not equal to 0 for any value of x. Then, since p of x, what will be p of x and q of x? Both will be polynomials. Rational function है, polynomial functions होंगे. Your numerator and denominator will be polynomial functions. And already we have proved that polynomial functions are continuous. I can say that p of x is continuous and q of x is also continuous. Both are continuous since they are polynomial functions. If these two are continuous, what we have studied, if f is continuous and g is continuous, f by g is also continuous. So we get that p of x by q of x is also continuous. That means f of x is continuous. F of x is continuous means any rational function is continuous. Okay? Clear? Just an application of what you have studied earlier. Okay? And when we say this is very important, because if there is any x in the domain for which q of x is 0, this is not applicable. The function does not exist. It is not defined. So the function is continuous for all those points where x is not having this condition. Okay. X is not having this condition means it is not equal to 0. Q of x is not equal to 0. This is again important. Example 17. Discuss the continuity of sine function. Okay, for sine function, again, when we draw sine function, we know that it is continuous. ऐसे आप draw करते हो, तो ये continuous graph आता है. So from the figure itself, it is clear that it's a continuous function. Now, how we will prove it? According to the definition of continuity. Okay. One thing which you know already is sine function is continuous. ये आपको दिखाना है. One thing which you already know in your limit chapter is limit x tends to 0 sine x. What is the value of this? X tends to 0, sine x is sine 0. Sine 0 is 0. Okay. ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. Now we are starting. For starting, what we are taking is ये left में और right में भी prove कर सकते हैं. They are just proving for right thing. Okay. Similarly, we can prove for left also. If I am taking a value for x as c plus h, का मतलब क्या हुआ? एक point c में अगर आप check कर रहे हो, वो general point है c. उसके c plus h means it is the right side of c. Similarly, I can prove it for the left side of c also. Okay. So I am taking x as c plus h, where x as x tends to c. When we write limit कहाँ से start करते हैं? X tends to c ऐसे लिखते हैं ना? तो ऐसे x tends to c होगा तो h कहाँ जाना चाहिए? x अगर c में जा रहा है means h कहाँ जाना चाहिए so that it becomes x tends to c. So give you that h tends to 0. As h tends to 0, x will tend to c. Okay. So I'm just starting with limit x tends to c, f of x. Your f of x is limit x tends to c. f of x क्या है? sin x है, right? And sin x की जगह क्या ले रहे हैं हम? c plus h ले रहे हैं. So I will get limit x tends to c. अब x tends to c x नहीं होगा क्योंकि मैं x की जगह क्या डालने जा रही हूँ? c plus h. मेरे पास सिर्फ c और h बचेगा फंक्शन में. So I cannot write the limit as x tends to. Now I need to write h tends to. Because as x tends to c, I have got h tends to 0. So I'm replacing the limit as h tends to 0. Sin of x की जगह c plus h. क्यों डाला है समझ में आया? यहाँ पे अब x नहीं है. x नहीं है तो लिमिट में भी x नहीं चाहिए. इसलिए हमने इसको h tends to 0 कर दिया है. What is the definition of sin of a plus b? Sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, right? Sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. अब separately limit दे रहे हैं. Limit h tends to 0 sin c cos h plus limit h tends to 0 cos c sin h. Now since it is limit h tends to, the other thing which is having c will be constant, acting as constant, that you can take out from the limit. So sin c into limit h tends to 0 cos h plus, here again what is constant? Cos h, cos c. The remaining is limit h tends to 0 sin h. Okay. What will be the second term? Sin c into यहाँ क्या आएगा? Limit h tends to 0, cos h will become cos 0. What is cos 0? What is cos 0? 1. Right? Cos 0 is 1 means this into 1. Plus again cos c. What is limit h tends to 0 sin h? It will be 0. So here you are getting 0. इसका 0 आएगा आपको. Okay? Into 0. So what you are getting? Only sin c. Correct? So sin, when you write this is sin c, what will be f of c? If f of x is sin x, f of c will be sin c. Therefore, you are getting limit x tends to c, f of x is equal to क्या मिला? f of c. Therefore, sin function is or sin x is continuous for all values. Now, since I have said that c plus h लेकर किया है, आप अगर c minus h लेकर करना है तब भी कर सकते हो. At that time, you have only the thing. यहाँ पे minus आएगा. Here you have negative sign. Expansion में यहाँ पे negative आता है, यहाँ negative आएगा, यहाँ negative. Then also the answer is not changing. You will get sin c only. Okay. So if you want left and right of any point c, then also you can do like that. ये left side हो गया, LHL हो गया. ये RHL है, but जब C plus H डाला तब कुछ डाला नहीं है. If you want to do the other part, then you need to write C minus or C plus. Here actually it is C plus. Okay, this is clear. If it is plus, you have C plus here. If it is minus, you have C minus. Clear, na? So the function, sine function is continuous. Similarly, we have cos function to be continuous. Cos function is also having the same type of graph. Starting from this point, that's all. But it is a wave-like shape. It is also a continuous figure, cos x, right? So again, directly say that cos x is also continuous. But in order to prove it, what you need to do, you have to take your f of x as cos x. Take the limit. Again, you can choose your x as c plus h. So you can say that as h tends to 0, your x will tend to c. As h tends to 0, x tends to c. And you can start limit. Limit x tends to c. F of x is equal to limit x tends to c cos c. Sorry, cos x. Then you are replacing your x. X is your c plus h. You get limit. Here it will become h tends to 0. Cos of c plus h. Limit h tends to 0. What is the expansion of cos of a plus b? Cos a cos b. Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. right? Now when you apply, you'll get cos c can be taken out. Limit h tends to 0 cos h minus, here again sin c will come out. Limit h tends to 0 sin h will give you 0. So this part went. Here again you will have cos 0 1, so it is cos. So you got limit x tends to c, f of x is cos c, and f of c is also cos c. Since your f of x is cos x, f of c is cos c. Therefore, limit x tends to c, f of x is f of c. Hence, the function cos x is also continuous everywhere. Is it clear? This is not given actually, but it is similar to your sin x. They can ask like this. ऐसे questions पूछते हैं, ठीक है? Discuss the continuity of sin x, continuity of cos x. Next is your tan x. From tomorrow we'll do that, or 18th problem kar lu? 18th is tan x. Since sin and cos are continuous, we have proved now. Tan. What about tan? Tan is actually sin by cos. And since we know that if you have f and g to be continuous, f by g is continuous, you will say that tan x is also continuous since sin x and cos x are continuous. But provided you have a condition where your cos x should not be equal to 0, since it is in the denominator. As we said here, g of at that point should not be equal to 0 for the continuity of this, right? So cos x is not equal to 0 means when your cos will become 0, what is your x value? Odd multiples of pi by 2, right?
Yes,
so you get x is not equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So other than these values of x, for all other values of x in R, tan x will be continuous. Okay, tan x is continuous wherever it is defined. What do you mean by if it is defined? Cos x 0 nahi hona chahiye. For that, x should not be equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So for the odd multiples of pi by 2, except those values, your tan x figure bhi वैसे ही है. Pi by 2 में सब breakage आता है आपका. Like this, right? Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 इन सब में breakage आता है और graph ऐसे बीच में आता है. So you can just say that tan function is continuous, but at certain points it is not defined. So जहाँ define ही नहीं किया है वहाँ पे problem नहीं है, ठीक है? तो in general जब हम बोलते हैं तो defined points में बोलते हैं. यहाँ पे already ये defined point नहीं है, वहाँ पे function define ही नहीं किया है, इसीलिए tan function को continuous function बोलते हैं. Got it? This is the main point which you have to say here. For all other points, you can apply this because it is a fraction, sin by cos, and since sin is continuous, cos is continuous, tan will also be continuous according to this, provided this condition. For those points where x is defined.